Hey guys, welcome back to Taste of Victory. I'm Tasty RC, and we got the spiciest deck profile in history for you right now with Numemon, who placed 5th recently at a tournament, going with only one loss in 8 rounds, was it?
I think it ended up being 5 rounds. 5 rounds, 32 participants.
Nice, yeah, and this was for the Digimon Champions League World Qualifier, so like top 4 moves on to an international tournament for 2 boxes. So Numemon, you want to go ahead and get started so we can see the spicy deck list?
Yeah, no problem. So, everyone brought, your average decks, Imperial Dramon, Red Omni, Shine Greymon. But a few of us decided, hey, what if we brought something fun? So I brought Not Purple.
Cool.
So I guess to start off, we'll show this part of the deck. 4 Demi-Miramon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just your solid baby. It's gonna do a whole lot for you. We'll get more into that.
All right.
This is probably your best purple Tama that you're gonna have for quite a long time. So stock up on them.
True.
Next, we got ourselves 4 Tapirmon. Just your standard purple plays.
Yep.
After that, we got 4 Candlemon.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nothing unusual here. Start sitting some of these off to the side. Then we got 4 Demi-Devimon. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Still, just your average purple deck list.
Very standard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 Night Raids. Again, nothing special. Then we start getting into the good stuff. Okay. So we start with dropped a card. We start with 2 Impmon. When they die, you trash 3 cards.
Yep.
Pretty solid stuff. You bring them back with Night Raid.
Heck yeah.
Trash whatever you need with Demi-Miramon underneath. Just a solid card. Nice 2 of. Then we got 2 Shamanmon.
Okay.
For those who don't know, let's get a little closer. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
3 cost, 4,000 DP, level 3. Beautiful, solid stat line. Yeah. And there we go. So that's our standard stuff.
Okay.
Then we get into the good part. So we go with 4 Arurumon, or however you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Your 2-drop, 5k. It's going to beat in for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 Mushroomon. 2 cost, 4,000. It's just like a slightly worse Arurumon. Since we only have the purple Tamas, we're only ever going to be playing these, so we do not care about either one's evolution cost.
Mm-hmm.
And then we slowly reveal that this is just Rookie Rush by showing off 4 Puppetmon. You get in with all your rookies. You play some Puppetmons to stall for a turn, and then you swing the rest in for game.
Right.
Pretty
standard.
Your standard Rookie Rush. Purple green.
Yeah.
So, in addition to our little green base here, we got 2 Flower Cannons.
Cool.
Yep. Still, your staple green Rookie Rush plays. Rest blockers. If it shows up in security, it's a nice little time saver.
Yeah.
And then we go ahead and we get into the good part of it. This is just like your bread. Now we get into the butter.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 4 Black Gatomon and 4 Flymon.
Oh, nice.
So now while you're sitting here doing all your Rookie Rush shenanigans, you got these little shits sitting in your security, just ready to pop out at any time. Because one of the ways people play around Rookie Rush?
Yeah.
They try to race them. And this says, hey, I dare you. Try to race me.
Yeah. Wow, that's really threatening.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Even your security's dangerous now.
And going along with these Night Raids as well,
mm-hmm.
this turns our entire purple rookie base over here into additional security Digimon. So between these three right here, we've already got 12 hits in security that are just going to make more bodies.
Yeah, very likely. Cool.
Okay, so, we
Great
got our
odds.
standard stuff. We got our purple. We got our Rookie Rush.
Yep.
We got our green and purple security Digimon. So obviously the next thing that comes up in the deck is 2 red Agumon.
That's random.
We got, they're just your standard Mushroomon, 2-drop, 4,000 DP, 1 cost to Evo. You're never going to Evo them, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Then we go with 2 Armadillomon. Same thing. It's just a Mushroomon. It's just an Agumon. You play it for 2. It's beefy enough that sometimes it kills a rookie. And it gets in for nice damage and security.
Yeah.
Then we have 1 Greymon.
Okay.
And this is the security Greymon. So,
right, plays
we're beefing up our security play.
Nice.
And after that, we got 1 Airdramon.
Oh, nice. Okay. We're running the full package here.
So, you got your Agumon, your Greymon, Armadillomon, and Airdramon. So obviously the next thing that comes up is Garurumon.
Right.
As an additional security Digimon. And then our final card here is Ankylomon. So essentially what we do here is we have our Rookie Rush engine. We got purple just going in. I know for a couple games, you start out by flipping Demi-Miramon, you Digivolve into Candlemon, Demi-Devimon, Tapirmon, and everyone's like, oh, it's purple. What's it going to do?
Exactly.
And then you end the turn by dropping Mushroomon, and they're like, oh, it's Rookie Rush. And then you play out your turn, you do your purple stuff, you swing in, you discard a card, you get some green stuff on the field. And then as soon as they go to do whatever, they flip one of these guys in security, and immediately they're just thrown off.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing? And you're like, I don't know.
I'm
having fun.
Yeah. It's so confusing to see that. Yeah.
And in addition, just because how this deck is structured, it's just easy to play whatever you need to at the right times. Almost all of your rookies are 2 cost, the only 3 costs being Tapir, Impmon, and Shamanmon. And then you're just full of security Digimon. It helps get around Shakumon, too, having these Flymons and Black Gatomons. You're slamming your 2 costs and stuff. Just Evo them for another 2, draw a card.
Right.
That actually came up in one of my games where I managed to actually pull through by constantly Evoing on top of all these guys that would have been dead otherwise.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got answered everything here. Yeah, I don't think I could say I've ever seen a list like this. This is by far one of the most creative builds, I think, in the Digimon TCG. That's very. To
be honest, it's not all original.
Okay.
I go to DTCG Review on Twitter every so often and just scour some deck lists, and I was like, everyone's playing standard stuff right now. What's something stupid I could bring?
Nice.
And thus this was born.
That's the best. Stupidity leads to creativity.
Exactly.
Awesome. So you took this to the World Championship qualifiers. I believe it's the World Digimon League, something like that. This was hosted by HGaming. So do you want to give us like a little tourney report of how your matches went, if you remember those matchups?
So, realistically, I should not have done as well as I did. I'm going to put that out there. My first game was into red, which naturally has like a better matchup into Rookie Rush.
Yeah.
And if you notice, the glaring flaw with this deck is every single Digimon here, other than a Puppetmon and a Rurumon, is 4,000 or less, which means you're sitting there with Shine Greymons that can just pop everything for 1 tamer.
Yeah.
Volcanic Dramon just clears your board. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So, against Red Omni, I went 2-0, obviously. When you match up into that red matchup and you just start with the purple stuff, they start playing like you're purple. They're holding back a little bit. They're like, okay, I got to get ready for this and this and this. And then you just start dropping all your Agumons and Armadillos and Arurumon, and they're like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So, first round against red, 2-0. Fairly easy. Second match was Imperial, and this was the gentleman who ended up getting second place. So, can't feel too bad about it.
Yeah.
So it was your standard Imperial. I think he focused a little more on the bottom end with Frigimons and Grizzlymons.
Yeah.
And with what I have, a Grizzlymon on board is a huge issue, and I'll get back to that in a second. Turns out, Flower Cannon is not the best way to deal with blockers, and we have an alternative, but we'll get back there.
Cool.
So we went 1-2 against Imperial with some pretty close games, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Third match was against Shine, and really, if you just time things right, your Shine matchup is fine.
Yeah.
They can build up if they want to, but you're building out the whole time they're going up. If they get the Rise and they play a Tamer and they kill 1 or 2 of your guys in the early game, you're fine. You're just building wide no matter what anyway. They pop your Tapirmon, you draw cards. They pop your Demi-Miramon that's under something, you draw more cards. They swing at security, you got your security mons.
Yeah.
So that was 2-1. Second game ended up going a little longer than I had hoped, and I ended up bricking on some of these guys. That's the unfortunate truth about your security mons is they're going to brick pretty hard. Oh, hi, Nisha.
Yeah.
Nisha's over here.
Nice. What a treat. We got a cute dog.
So, every so often, you just kind of end up with a few security mons in hand, and feels bad, but you're rushing so fast that it doesn't matter too much usually, and if you really need to, you can just evolve on one of your 3000s or your Mushroom Mons and draw an extra card, look for more things.
Okay.
So, Shine matchup, 2-1. Fourth round, another red player.
Uh-huh.
And I lucked out again. They didn't draw any of their Volcanics.
Nice.
In fact, our first game, I was running through security with, as quick as I could, just normally hit 2 Volcanic Dramons in their security, so I know they had it.
Yeah.
They just didn't manage to draw it, but normally that would be a really, really bad matchup for us. So we 2-0'd Red Omni, and then last round was another Blue Imperial. They made a small misplay and bricked one game, so I can't really say too much about that one.
Okay.
But we ended up 2-0 that game as well, and there we go.
Nice.
Ended up 5th place, 4-1.
Awesome. Congrats, that's awesome. And you only lost that one match, so it was due to bubbling. Like, you could have easily made top 4 and moved on to the finals.
Yeah, I did double check. Best Coast Pairings, which is the system they used.
Yes.
It calculates your opponent's win percentage and your win percentage. And out of the guys all in the same 4-1 bracket, I had the highest win percentage, but the lowest opponent win percentage.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. The resistance messed you up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. It happens.
It happens. That's the game. You still did a great performance there at the tournament. So having the experience from that, is there anything you would want to change? Any cards you want to swap out for this deck?
That is a great question. So I already have a few changes lined up over here.
Awesome.
In testing, Impmon, it's underwhelming. When you actually look at what's going on here, it doesn't have any synergy with anything except Night Raid. Yeah. And since you're using Demi-Miramon anyway, you're discarding whatever you need. So I would definitely cut these Impmon and put in 2 more Shamanmon, because these guys actually come up, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
3 cost 4,000.
Yeah.
It's just solid. They're nice little replacements for your 2 drops. You can evolve them on Demi-Miramon, still have a 4,000 beater.
Yeah.
Additionally, Flower Cannon. Flower Cannon was very underwhelming. One thing I saw that kept happening was I was getting choked at 1, and because this deck is naturally just play 2s and 3s and 5s once in a while, you end up being choked on memory a lot. So 2 doesn't happen enough to actually warrant this. It came up in security once against a fully suspended board, and it won me the very last game I played against Imperial by resting a blocker, but I just happened to have 3 memory at the time. They didn't need to necessarily pass me that much. So these were very underwhelming. And what we replaced them with, Darkness Claw.
Nice, even more budget.
So Darkness Claw, it's your standard, every color gets one, a 1 cost, plus 3,000 DP.
Yeah.
When you look at this spread of Digimon, 4,000 is such a common number. And your general blockers in Imperial, Red Omni, and Shine is going to be the 6,000 Grizzlymon, Cordramon, and Unimon.
Yeah.
Darkness Claw plus 4,000. Easy. It's 7,000. It's going to get over the blocker anyway. The Flower Cannon rests the blocker, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Plus, say they block one of my chumps, I throw a Candlemon underneath. I can put it on any of my 4,000s, just swing over the blocker and prepare for another turn. That's the idea. Additionally, it's a Hammer Spark in security, and everyone knows Rookie Rush Hammer Spark is very, very powerful, so I'm going to justify that as well.
That is definitely a crucial. That makes your security even scarier. You already have all the security Digimon.
Yeah. Additionally, you can trim up a little bit and meme a little less than this build here.
Yes.
Realistically, these guys should probably all be the same color. So, for example, you can replace these ones all with just one color. I would recommend either Airdramon or Greymon in this case, just because you can Evo off of one of these guys if you really, really need to. And so another change, maybe cut the Armadillos or cut the Agumon for the other one. Just replace it with 2 copies of the other one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes it look less fun, though, because now we only have 3 colors instead.
Yeah, now you can't claim it's Rainbow Rookie Rush.
It's just so overwhelming.
It's okay. Yeah, we're back.
But yeah, these are a few upgrades. I guess one more thing to just quick mention about this deck. Realistically, it's super, super budget. You're going to find security mons in so many booster packs and so many booster boxes.
Yeah.
You only focus on these 2 colors and then just fill in whatever extra security mons you need. Mons are common, so you can always build basically this at a really budget cost.
Yeah, this doesn't even look like $20. Yeah.
Yeah. The only expensive part you're going to have here are these Puppetmon, which I think are going for like $5 at the moment. Ignore that alt art. Yeah, these are probably your most expensive part.
Wow.
I think we did a comparison on TCG Player, and the next most expensive card in this pack is Tapirmon. This deck is Tapirmon, then Demi-Miramon, and then everything else is like
pennies.
15 cents on TCG Player.
Wow, that's
so
great.
If you're looking for a nice little budget deck to play, I think this is a pretty solid option. And again, it's very, very expandable. I even showed you taking a good third of the deck out and replacing it with stuff.
Yeah, you gave us like 3 variations we could use here. Yeah, very moldable deck. That's awesome. Well, thanks, BlueNumemon, for sharing that list with us. Thanks for the turning report. That was really great. If there's anything you want to shout out, please go ahead and do so now. You're more than welcome to.
The only thing I can think of is come check us out on the DevCast once in a while. Once Card of the Day starts up, we should be doing those all over again. We go and evaluate new cards as they come out, play a few games. It's run by Orange Swim, who's the developer for DigimonCard.dev. And if you really, really want to show your support, you can always shill for him on the Patreon at patreon.com/orangeswim. You can always go to the website as well. There should be a link to his Patreon. Buy him more boba. He's a very, very nice gentleman, and definitely support him.
Yep, that's awesome. Yeah, he's a crucial asset to the community for sure. All right.
Yes, he is.
Definitely.
We love him.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Numemon, for the time on the deck profile.